Oh, I wish I knew how to make that stop at the beginning and not show me till I'm ready kind of thing, but that's all right. I'm a couple minutes early, but that's all right too. Welcome everybody. I'm Jill Blanchette with Green Thumb Stampers. I'm here tonight with my weekly live video, and I've got 3 cards to show you. They're all kind of a variation of each other. And let me see, I want to get my little housekeeping stuff done here first with my description so everybody knows what we're doing, what products I'm using. And I've got a thumbnail. Can you believe it? I've got a thumbnail tonight. All right. So by now, you're getting used to me being on YouTube. So just kind of always show up like a minute or 2 late kind of thing, because I have to do that first. And so if you're going to watch me on the live, then you'll miss me creating the description and stuff. If you're on the replay, just fast forward a little bit. So I am here tonight. Let's see, did that go through? Yes, it did. So I'm going to back out of there. All right, I got my YouTube up on one screen. Oh, Dawn's on, Mom's on. Hi, guys. All right, I'm going to get my little chat up there. And you're watching me, so that's good. Tonight, like I said, is the Thanks a Bunch set again. I know, again, who wants to see carrots again? But I'm going to show you 3 cards that use the carrot, but it's not a carrot. So 2 of them are the same card. Stampin' Up Artisan did one, and then I found one where a girl kind of copied it and made it her own, and then I've got something totally different, but they're all something fairly easy. I'm keeping the supplies down. You need a couple colors of ink and that stamp set and some paper, and you've got yourself these cute cards that I'm going to show you. So let me get started. Oh, let's see, housekeeping. It's still February. We've got celebration still going on. You know, by $50 in products, you get a free item. By $100, you get a $100 item or 2 $50 items. The sign up special for anybody who has anything they need. If you're running out of paper, you need some new ink, you need some adhesive, some plates for your embossing machine, some dies, whatever. The Stampin' Up Join special during celebration is awesome. It's $175 worth of products that you pick for $99 plus tax. If you want the mini, this little mini blue, or you could choose white machine, it's an additional $30. So your kit's $129 then, and you get $175 worth of stuff and that little machine. I cannot stress enough on how awesome that is to get $175 worth of whatever you want, $175 worth of paper, or you and your daughter or your best friend or somebody want to share the supplies. One of you join, and again, you don't have to do anything with it. You can, you don't have to, or you can be the next $1 million salesperson. So it's totally up to you, but don't miss out. So that's it. I'm going to turn my camera down. And get going to show you guys what we got going on. Oh, Kathy's on. Hey, Kathy. I'll move that over out of the way. I think I'm good seeing everybody. And hopefully I'll be able to see what everybody's saying, because I am balancing my computer over there. All right, so tonight, as I said, guys, we're going to use the Thanks a Bunch stamp set. And I've said it a few times already, a carrot. Who in the devil ever dreamt up needing a carrot stamp? Well, we've got one. It was free. I picked it and I've used it a lot. I cannot believe I did another video for you guys. I did a swap with it. We've done, actually, I think we've used it a couple times even. And tonight we're going to use it for 3 cards. And I'm just going to give you some ideas to use yours with, or maybe you don't have it yet. You can go and get $50 worth of products and pick it for your freebie. So with that, we are going to start with, I'm going to start with this card. This card is the Artisan Design Team members card, and it's from the Crafty Oink Pen is her like Stampin' name, and Michaela Tithridge is her real name. And this is what she created. And I got to make my screen a little bigger. I think I'm way off the screen, so I got my everything shoved to the left a little bit tonight for some reason. Oh, and if you do order and you don't order $150 in products to get the host rewards for yourself, here's my host code. So anyway, back to this. I forgot to put in the ingredients list at the beginning that this is the Dandy Designs. This is the paper from the $100 selection on the celebration items. I use that. So let me get my goodies out here. We've got a 8.5 by 5.5 piece of basic white paper. You can score it at 4 1/4 or just fold it in half. I've got a piece of that pattern of designer paper cut down on the 1/8. Glue that on the front. Dawn, did you make it out for a walk today? It sure was video. I was reading a comment there. Sure was windy today. Patty, good thing you have tomorrow off because it's supposed to be snow and sleet and all kinds of crappy weather between now and or tonight and all day tomorrow, I think, down our way. Okay, so I put that on there. Then I have a 4-inch by, I think it might be a square. Oh, 3 3/4. So I got 3 3/4 wide by 4 inches tall piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to use a square die. I thought I cut this out beforehand. Sorry, I did not. And I didn't leave the die out. Yes, I did. I thought I cut that out ahead of time. I apologize. We get to use the cute little machine this way. Not intended that way, sorry. So I want to keep it at the 3 1/2. And I did it on my big machine, so this one might actually it should go through. It's going to be tight because I don't think it's 4-inch wide machine, so it's going to be a. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to run this through. Now I did see online, Stampin' Up was given some tips for the mini machine, and I'll show you. So if you get one of these and it's really hard to use, they're saying that it's designed that way, somewhat anyway, and to put your items in like an E. So put your base plate, your clear plate, then put your folder or your die in there, and then I think keep that second plate back. So it's kind of like an E. See, you've got a, and then that will help these two plates kind of bend as it goes through. And then otherwise, if you're trying to shove them all through at the same time, even though there's a little lip on here, it doesn't want to go through very easily. So Try and stagger them, and do not force it through, but you may have to wheel it a little bit harder. Oh, I cut that baby crooked. You might have to wheel it a little harder to get it through than what you normally are used to. So you guys, I'm gonna go cut that again because I don't like it all crooked. It's gonna throw the whole thing off. So I'm gonna go cut it. No, I'm gonna use it. I'll just use it and keep going. I'll fix it. Fix it afterwards. All right, so we've got our little frame here. We're going to put that down crooked a little bit sideways, and we're going to pop it up. So I'm going to trim a little bit of the side off here where it's also and I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. Got everything strategically stacked. Not strategically enough. So let me get some dimensional pieces, scissors. I'm going to put them on the side that left the impression from the die. I know it will look better to have that on there, but this one's got some extra just because I should have ran it through my big machine. That's okay. It's okay. Everything is okay. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. We still have a beautiful temperature wise today, but it was just yuck and windy. The temp was great, and I think it was rainy at points of the day too. So I'm going to put that on there a little bit sideways. Boy, that's a lot sideways. That's just And because I'm all flustered from that being off, I should have stamped on it first, but I didn't. Where's my love you stamp? Oh, you guys, come on. Ugh. Sorry, it fell out and stuck to my bling bag that I have. Not bean bag, but my bling bag that I got out to get some gems out of it, and it plucked the stamp set right out there. So I did that in shaded spruce. A little bit of love you on there. And then we're going to take this little cutout piece, and that's where we're going to do all of our decorating. So I have a Balmy Blue. I think I'm going to use my other one. I got Pool Party. I like the lightness better. So I got a Pool Party Light, Pool Party Stampin' Blend, and I'm just going to go over it like so. Just trying to give a little bit of a pattern in the background for some sky. You could also watercolor. I chose not to watercolor tonight because I didn't want to have to wait for it to dry or anything. So I have shaded spruce ink, and then we're going to use the little tiny carrot, this little guy that's in there. So we got the carrot. And we're going to peel this love you off there. So we got our carrot. We're going to ink that up. And I'm going to put one in the center, kind of a little bit lower. And then I'll put two more off to the side a little bit higher. One on each side of that one. I'm going to wipe that off. I'm going to be doing a lot of wiping. Better put that closer, just because I keep changing inks a lot through this. I need this color again, so I will leave that there. We've got some soft suede. And I'm going to use like the carrot top, but I'm just going to use the stem. Just a little tiny piece of the stem, just barely getting it in the ink. And I'm going to make those into little tiny tree trunks. This. Oh, that one probably could have been a little bit longer. I'm not going to mess with it. We're going to leave it. Should have been probably a little bit longer, but we'll see what it looks like when we get our grass on there. Close that one up. We don't want to wear anything that we don't have to. So now I'm going to get some Pear Pizzazz ink. And the big piece here that embellishes the carrot, puts all the extra lines on your carrot. I'm going to use that one next in the Pear Pizzazz. And I'm just going to, got me a new base piece today. I don't want to muck it up yet. So I'll put a piece of scrap paper down. So we're just going to put a couple layers of the green grass stuff down. I'm calling it grass because that's what it's intended to look like. Then I'm going to put the smaller one, the smaller carrot. Oh, this one I think goes on the leaf. This is the leaf. If you look here, it's the side of the oak leaf, I believe. And we're going to do this one in the shaded spruce. So I'm just going to stamp that down like that. Now let's close that up. And then we're going to use the little dots that are in there. I'm not sure what these are for. And sweet sorbet. And then I'm just going to ink up a few of the dots, like 1/2 of the dots. And then I'm going to bring those in and put those as flowers at the top of that last bout of grassy stuff we put down. And you can put as many or as little bit that you want in there. And virtually this card is now done. So we're going to bring our little square back, or our frame back. We're just going to glue that down right into the center because we popped up the other piece. So we're going to pop that down in the center of it. I've got some of the frayed ribbon that you can get as a celebration freebie. Just going to cut off a little piece of that. And I'm going to glue it all up best I can to get some glue on it. I'm going to fold it over. And I'll put a little bit of glue on there again. And I'm going to put a piece of my dimensional on the back because I want it to stick up. So I'm going to help it. It's going to give our frame a little pickup. Like that. I got a little bit of the In Colors Sweet Sorbet Baker's Twine. Let's tie a little bow. And I got a little tiny glue dot. I lost it, so I'm going to curl it up. And then I'll stick my ribbon on it. Pick it up. And then I'm just going to stick it right at the very edge so it's on the white ribbon, but also on the card. And then I'll trim this one off to kind of match the other one. And I have some genial gems. I'm going to take one of the green ones. Stick that in the corner. And then on the inside, even though it's white, I got another piece, 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece, and then I used a little bit of the leftover designer paper that I had from when I cut the back off. There was some extra. So it's a 1/2 inch by 4 inches. Well, it will be 4 inches when I cut this piece off. And then I just glued that inside. Give it a little something on the inside. Glue that down. Especially if the paper that you're using, sometimes the white doesn't feel sturdy enough. Putting an extra piece on the inside will help the weight. You know, you get so much going on the outside, then the back side feels really flimsy. So if you just put another white layer inside, it'll help stiffen it up. But there's our first card, you guys. Again, I'll pop this frame off and redo it. It was not very much liking my little mini machine. But that's our first card. So like I said, this one was an artisan design team card that she posted out on the internet. And where's my note? Kate Morgan made her own design off from that one. And she's Craft with Kate. She made her own design from that. And this is my twist to like Kate's design. Her trees are a little bit higher, so when she cuts the center out, she cuts part of the trees off. I didn't want that much grass. The grass would have had to go way up to here. I didn't want that much grass. But anyway, I'm going to show you this one next. This one is a shaded spruce base that is 4 1/4 by 11. So you can score it at 5 1/2. So we'll just fold it in half. and score it or crease it. And then I have a 5 1/4 by 4-inch white base that I'm going to do the stamping on. And we're going to do that first. So I'm going to get out my shaded spruce again. Using a lot of shaded spruce tonight. And the big carrot. And we're going to put 3 carrots down on our paper. I'll try and raise them up a little bit higher than what I did originally. See how much grass I have to make. But there's one. I put some more ink on my shaded spruce, and boy, can you tell. Okay, there's 2 carrots. Trees. These are trees now, not carrots. But we're using the carrot. So, you know, this people that have these great abilities to look at the stamps and visualize, oh, this looks like you could turn it into a tree. It's just amazing. Okay, so I got that washed off. Now we're going to come through with some soft suede again. But this time we're going to use the little baby carrot. And I'm going to hang it off the edge of my block. I don't want to ink up the whole thing, so I'm going to look at about how much I want. And I'm going to get a Post-it note. See if I brought my dirty one with me. It's not up here, so I'll get me a new Post-it note. And then I'm going to just put my stem in the ink, or my carrot in the ink, come over to my carrot or my tree, put my Post-it note at the base of it, but I want a little bit of the base of the carrot to show so that we don't get that harsh line. And then we're going to stamp that down. And then now it's my trunk, my tree trunk. Do it again on the next one. That one went up a little further. I didn't have my Post-it note down far enough. Third one on. And there's the trunks to our tree with the baby carrot. And we're done with that color. All right, and then I have my Balmy Blue ink and a cloud stencil. So I'm going to stencil on a few clouds up in my sky. This gal had originally watercolored just like the artisan did on hers. I thought I'd get out a stencil and put some clouds on. Just a few. My friend Patty does a great job ripping paper towel or cardstock and then using that edge to make clouds. So if you don't have a stencil, you can do something like this with, I better put one more. I want them overlapping. You do something like this with the paper towel. All right. So there's our clouds on there now. And now we're going to go down to do the ground, the grass stuff at the bottom. So I'm going to get my shaded spruce and that big carrot, the little lines that go on the big carrot. They make great ground grass covering. And so I'm just going to keep going around and around down here with this darker green. Well, I got a pretty good coverage. I'm getting that really dark. So I'm going to stop with this color. And we're going to switch to our lighter color. That's what happens when you re-ink it right before the video. And we're going to use Mossy or Pear Pizzazz. That's what color this cardstock up here is. You can use whatever color you want. I'm going to get that white space filled in. Get that up to our tree base. All right, there we go. And then we're going to come back with our little red things again. Flower piece. Like I said, I'm not sure what they were intended to be. Maybe little buds that go on the, I guess they're little flower buds that go on here. Never seen a carrot grow, so maybe the tops of the carrots get little flower buds on them every before the carrots grow or something. I'm not sure. We'd have to have our, where's my, I just lost, oh, they're on here still. We'd have to have Dawn tell us how the carrots look when they grow, if that's a thing. These little flowers on the carrot toppers. So I'm not going to go too crazy with flower dots as I continue to go crazy. I'll just put a couple more. I'm going to call that good. I'm going to put 2 over here. Yeah, they so there's a lot of different things, and if you guys go on to Pinterest and do thanks a bunch space Stampin' Up, kind of, that's how I search. If you do something like that, you will see all kinds of different ideas that they have. Most of them are using them as a carrot, but there are several that come through and use them like this in trees. And I'm not going to be able to run this one through. Hang on. That one's too big for the little machine. But there's a couple of them where the people, she made a total whole scene out of all the greenery parts. So I'm not sure if I'm on camera. I'm just going to line up my rectangle die. Best I can. See if I can't be straight this time. And this one's not really going to matter as much. That is going to cover up some, so. Please tell me I got the right die. No. All right. Get that out of our way. Put it on the floor so I can trip on it. So if you hear a big crash and a scream, that'll be me tripping over it. So now the main piece we can glue onto our shaded spruce base. I'm going to put a little bit close to the cutout so that it sticks down better. Like that. Then this piece, I used that one larger rectangle than the one that I cut out this with as a mat for it. I think those are called the stitched rectangles dies, but I could be wrong. They could be part of a old set, that die set that went with a stamp set, but glue that down. Now you could go ahead and pop this up a little bit if you wanted. I don't want. I'm going to lay it flat because I'm going to pop up my sentiment, but you could pop it up, give it more dimension there. And then now you do have a little leeway because we have this mat on here that you can bring the base of your Pear Pizzazz right to the hole kind of thing and elongate that up. You can pull it down where it belongs. I'm going to pull it up a little bit, and by doing that, I don't know that I'm going to need that ribbon. I put ribbon on mine. I'm going to leave it there. I put ribbon on mine because it was lower down and I had a lot of space up there, so I had room for the ribbon. This one I don't think I want to put a ribbon on, just because I think it's going to smush it all in there too much, be too busy on it. So now I need to get a piece of scrap white, and I'm going to take the thanks stamp in shaded spruce, and I'm just going to ink up the word thank, or the letters to spell thank, and then I'm going to wipe off my S real good. Now, if you don't like to get your hands dirty, you could mask over the S and then go down into the ink. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. So I did just thank. We're just going to say thank you. And then I got to get out my love you again. Wash our thank off. Oh, we better wash love you or we'll have a real mess because I didn't wash it before. Get our thanks off there. And now we just want to ink you. And stamp that over here somewhere and just put you. Thank you. And now you can cut this out. You can fussy cut it. Try and cut it. I think I put my thank a little crooked, but we'll see. See what we get. And then from here, I'm going to trim it with my scissors. I'm just going to put them at an angle. Thank you. Now I'm going to pop those up with the dimensional. on each one. Not doing much chit-chatting with you guys tonight. I'm concentrating on getting done what I need to get done for you rather than shooting the breeze. I don't have a whole lot to shoot the breeze about. It's just been pretty laid back. We started going to the gym, so we kind of go to the gym and do that in the morning, and then from there it's try and get home and get my newsletter done and things like that. All right, so there's the second one. This is the Kate Morgan's version. It's my take of Kate Morgan's version of the first card that we did. So there we go with the second one. And then I got a real quick third one. I won't take too long. And it looks like this. And I made this one real quick, so we'll see. I wanted to throw in another idea that you could use the carrot with. So just the carrot itself. This piece is Mossy Meadow, and it is 11 by 4 1/4. Score at 5 1/2, or fold in half and crease. Then I have an old olive layer that is 5 1/4 by 4, and I'm going to glue that on. Probably asked you guys before, but does anybody else like put your piece of paper down like I did and say, told you the measurement, and then you lift it up and flip it over to put your glue on? Because like it's the back. They're both the same side. What does it matter where the glue goes? But I always 99.99999% of the time will flip it over and put the glue on the back side. Oh, I forgot to put my I got extra white, so I was just going to put white on the inside of that other card, and then I thought that I was going to just put some grass down at the bottom, but I won't go back and do that. But put some grass along the bottom with the little red flowers on it for the inside. I thought that that would be really cute. Now we have a 5 1/4. Nope, that's 5 1/4 by 4. This one is 5 by 3 3/4 basic white. And then this one I'm using both the large carrot and the little carrot. So I'm going to bring in the big carrot. And I am using old olive. I might even shake this one up and use Pear Pizzazz for one of them, the one in the middle. So let me start with Pear Pizzazz in the middle, and then I can clean my, I want to clean my tree so many times. So I'm going to put a Pear Pizzazz tree in the middle, just to see what we get. And then I'm going to put 2 old olive trees on the right and the left. And I'm going to put them a little bit lower. And then I'm going to put the detail piece on next for those. And then I'll come back to the big one again. So I got my old olive. I'm going to turn it this way so I can see. I like to line this edge of the detail up right with the darkness of where I see the outline of this carrot. And hope that I'm in the right spot. And I think I'm going to do this one in old olive also. My old olive isn't all that dark, so if anything, it might just give some shadow to it. And then the ones in the middle, now I'm going to come in with my Mossy Meadow. I'm going to get my big carrot again. I think it's time for a new Mossy Meadow. It's starting to look a little bit weird. And those we want to go right between the others. This one's going to overlap a bit. And that's quite all right. Now we're done with the big carrot. And get out the detail piece. Line that up on there. There was another gal, I didn't want to make 4 cards and make you guys hang out with me that long, but there's another card if you get a chance to look for these. She calls it something about cypress trees. Thanks a bunch, cypress trees, I think it was called on Pinterest. Oh, it was so pretty. It's the same kind of look though, but she ran, it was in blues and she ran it through an embossing machine. And she got some curved edges. It's so cute, but I didn't think I should do 4 cards. I know you guys like me and all, but maybe not that much on a Wednesday night. You're going to see me on Sunday, a lot of you, so that'll be enough Jill time. Although I can never get enough girl time. Hanging out with my girls. All right, so now I'm going to get that little tiny tree and put that in there. But I think I'm going to not make them all quite so big. So I'm only going to ink up like half of the tree. Give some different depth to my forest. Maybe this one I'll do whole. I think Mike thought this was his favorite card of the 4. My creative director. Oh, you guys, I had to laugh at him today. We were out and about, coming home from the gym. Oh, look, everything's the same height. How did I do that? I was trying so hard not to. But anyway, we were at the gym and on our way home, I said, oh, I'm not sure what to do tonight. And said I was going to use this stamp set again. And he said, well, don't you think that you should use something more for the next holiday, maybe Easter? Or he said, what's next? Oh, how about the Ides of March? He said, I don't exactly know what that would be, though. How about, do you have a sword or a gladiator? And I just had to say, stop. A sword or a gladiator? And I said, no, move on to the next holiday. So we were giggling and laughing in the car that he thought that. He said, yeah, you're probably right. I said, yeah. He just sometimes, I think, thinks that we have stamps for everything, regardless of what it is. And I wish we did. I wish we had more stamps for all the different occasions and whatnot. But all right, so now I'm just going to put this old olive grass down. I can stamp numerous times, I guess. And my whole idea, which I did not follow my idea good, these should be at different like depths. I wanted my grass to be like rolling hill kind of grass. So let's see what I can do to fix that while I'm doing this. I'm talking and not paying attention. All right, so I'm going to stop with this color. What is this color? Old Olive. I'm going to bring in a little tiny bit of Pear because it is lighter. It might help. A little bit of lightness in there. Okay. In that little hole with my big grass. Okay. So now what I'm going to try and do, we shall see how it works. Give that a little bit of height there. And then I'm going to get my dark Mossy Meadow back out and the little tiny piece of grass. Now, had I put these all around in various heights of the trees, I would be okay putting that grass down like that. It would show the contour. So now I'm going to try, whoops, that's the wrong color. I want my Mossy Meadow. I'm going to try and do my best to add a little bit of this dark in there and see if I can give it a little bit of random contour with some green in the background. All right, gonna stop. We're gonna call that good. You got my thought process there, my idea. Now I did not, but we could put clouds up in this one. You could put some more sky in this one. Something to give it a little more definition up there. I used that empty spot to put my grading. And what else do we have besides thanks and love you? I will do look at you. No, no, I'm just going to do thanks. I need more thank you cards than I do look at you cards. So I'm going to use Mossy Meadow again. Pop our little thanks up in the top. And that one is pretty much done too. We could stamp on the inside of this one as well. Might want to go to another greeting from another stamp set that you have for a thanks, you know, for what you did or it meant so much. Oops, it goes on the front. Something like that versus thanks a bunch. And then I have some paper pumpkin gems from, I don't know what kit, might have been the in color kit that we got around May. And I just picked the brown ones, but I think I'm going to use the gold ones this time. I just had them sitting around, so like I said a couple weeks ago, I've just been trying to see what I could do to use up some of my pieces and parts that I got from sitting around. I'm getting so much excess paper and things that I need to use it rather than hoard it. Oops, I'm just going to leave that there. And so there's our last card. So I kind of like using the Pear Pizzazz. It didn't Maybe I could have used just pear and then the old olive and not the Mossy Meadow. Maybe the Mossy Meadow down there. I don't know. I like them. So there you go, guys. There's our third card. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that was Judy's Paper Crafts. Judy came up with that. She was casing the catalog. I don't have my celebration catalog here, so this could have been in the celebration catalog sample because that was her heading for casing the catalog. And then we had that one. And then we had that one, which I think, yep, that's it. So let me turn around here. Where am I? Remote spotlight. Bring my computer over. All right, I'm back. That's it, you guys. I appreciate you watching. I will see some of you on Sunday for the warm welcome cards. You can view what you're going to make on Green Thumb Stampers Facebook page. I've put those out there today for everybody to see. Hopefully you like them. I had fun creating with that. Open Door was a doozy, but that's it. Have a great rest of your week. I'll be back. I've got to come up with something for Friday, but I'll be back for Finally Friday. I'll see some of you Sunday, and then I'll be back on Wednesday. Talk to you later, guys. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.